I am over here at the Port of Brisbane and I'm going to show you a cycleway you've probably never heard of before. It's called the Port of Brisbane Cycleway, but we're not allowed here on bike. Well, you can up to this point anyway. It's also called the Peter Frolley Cycleway, and we're going to go ride it. It's probably one you've never seen, never ridden on, and I thought I'd show that to you. An old mate's beeped at me and I give him the thumbs up. That's the way it works. This is going to be pretty cool, and we're going to have our secret little cup of joe in somewhere where it's highly illegal. Actually, it's not highly illegal, it's very legal, and I'll show you how to get there on bike. You're going to enjoy this one, so thank you very much for clicking on my video. You could have clicked on any other video out there, but you clicked on mine, suckers. No, thank you very much. Let's jump into it. Please subscribe. Hey, welcome back. I have another bike ride for you today that perhaps you have never thought about, never heard of. I certainly haven't until I found out about it recently. And it is called the Port of Brisbane Cycleway. Yeah, I told you you've never heard of it. It's also known by another name called the Peter Frolley Cycleway. And I'll talk more about that when we get there. Well, here I am over at the back ends of Murarrie. Just over there is the Gateway Bridges. And I'm tucked away here, my start point. I don't know, some dead end street where they leave these big trucks and there's a big rubbish dump there. So if you want to offload your rubbish, this is the place to do it apparently. And there is some Energex substation. So we are going to be beginning our ride from here, going all the way down Lytton Road. This is how I'm going to show you how I'm going to be getting to the Port of Brisbane Cycleway. Now, generally speaking, just so you know, it's illegal to ride your bicycle around most of the streets over at the Port of Brisbane. However, there is a legal segment that you can actually ride, and that's what I want to show you today. But I first want to say this. You'll never believe it, but a company decided to sponsor this video, and that is the Outton company. And they sent me the Outton Nano portable electric espresso maker. If you're into coffee like I am, most of my biking adventures, I always make a brew, and I've got loads of different ways of making coffee. This time we're going to test out the Outton Nano, and this thing is a schmicko, very cool barista quality espresso maker. It comes in a very schmicko box. When you open it up, you get some instructions at the front, your manual, there is a how to use the Nano guide, you get some stickers, and then inside is the actual portable espresso maker. I've got the forest green color because I love getting out and about, and this just reminds me that it's to do with nature. It comes with a cup, it comes with a brew head for ground coffee, or you can use the pod holder. So you can either use ground coffee or pods with this ripper of a little espresso maker. Now let me just tell you something. This thing is for making espresso shots on the go. It comes with a rechargeable battery inside. Now this thing has a little boiler in the top here, and it can boil up to about 3 cups of coffee. If you have hot water, then this thing can self-extract immediately for about, I think, 200 or 250 times, like a ridiculously large amount of times. But if you need to use the battery to boil the water, then that'll make you about 3 cups of coffee. So I'm going to take this out today and make an awesome little cup of joe, a nice hot one at the end of my ride. Thank you so much to Outton for sponsoring today's video. If you're interested in getting one of these, check out the link that I'm leaving for you in the description of this video. This thing is just so compact. Look, in my biking bag, I can simply put it in and zip it up, and check it out. She is good to go. Okay, let's get a top-down view of where we're riding today. This here, of course, is the Gateway Bridges. This is Fisherman Island here, and this all down here is the Port of Brisbane. So our ride today begins over here at the back end of Murarrie, and we will follow Lytton Road all the way along the yellow path that I've mapped out for you here. This is my route, and I highly recommend this one. I think you're really going to like it. I take you through a really cool park here, and this is called the Benham Park. park. Lots of little cool stealth camping spots there. And then I'll show you a safer place to ride on Lytton Road. This little stretch right here, I think is a little bit dangerous personally, to be honest. And so I take you down a road called Gosport Road, and that's this one here. And then I'll take you up to Lytton Road. Now the cycling structure is much better over on this part. And then when we come over to here, this road takes you off to Fort Lytton, but let me spin it around because the Port of Brisbane Cycleway, also known as the Peter Frolley Cycleway, starts over here. Now the cycleway is only about 3.5 kilometers in total length. Our whole route today was about 11.5 kilometers, so that's why I like to begin over here. You get a bit more bang for buck, a bit more mileage on your wheels. Now, where I chose to finish my ride was over here. There's a cool little boat ramp section here, and there was actually lots of people when I went on this particular ride. But everywhere else on the Port of Brisbane here is illegal to ride. So you cannot take your bike over here at all. You cannot cross the, I think it's called the Captain Bishop Bridge. Yeah, you can't do it. But where I've ridden here is where you can actually ride, and I think you're going to enjoy this. Anyways, let's jump on the bike. Let's go. All right, we are ready to rock and roll, peeps. Now, let's be honest, it's quite a miserable day. In fact, it was raining a little bit earlier, so I hope you're not going to get too wet with me. Actually, I'll be the one getting wet, and you can just be watching and laughing at me. Geez, it was only a couple of weeks ago that I actually was exploring the old Paringa railway line that's just down there. Man, I went through bushland and overgrown grass. Just over here is like crazy. Snake Haven. All right, let's get on up to Lytton Road. Here we go. Let's chuck a left. Geez, what's this guy doing walking here? Today is a Saturday, so it isn't too busy. Normally this is so hectic with industrial traffic, it's crazy, mate. There's a bridge over here that they call the Doughboy Bridge. Yeah. So we just went over the Balimba Creek, and just over here is all wetlands. Yeah, that's Balimba Creek right there, mate. And we're going into an area called Hemmant. Now what I want to do, I actually want to first show you a little bit of a green space. It goes along Balimba Creek, and it's just over there. So I need to find a street that goes off to my right. And I've never been there yet before, but I think it's some kind of reserve or parkland. So let's explore together. Here we go, we'll go down this road. It's called Poppy Street. Poppy. Down at the end, there's a bit of green space. Yeah, let's go see what we can find. Hey, by the way, did you know that along these banks, there are a couple of shipwrecks around the place? I want to come back here when it's low tide and film a couple of the wrecks. I thought that'd be quite interesting. They call this the Benham Park. But yeah, there's a shipwreck over there. One is called the SS Bocco. Where are we? Let's go have a look what's over here. So I think this little stretch goes down to a dead end. But look, it is a bit of a footpath or bikeway, but I think it comes to a dead end, so let's find out. They do have a couple of park benches here and there scattered, and you got the creek right there. I think this would actually be a nice quiet little place to come and contemplate your choices that you've made in life. One thing I'm just curious about is, was there any way that I could get out to the street over here? I kind of don't think so, eh? Can't do it, no. Okay, that's a nothing, so you never know, unless if you actually go. Let's go here. Hey, this is a great stealth camping spot. Sheesh, this is brilliant. Yeah, what a view. Here's another sort of a outlook part. Jeez. It's pretty cool, like when you have a look at the creek here, you can see there's a few parts there. I think it's just illusion, but I don't know. It looks like there's a part that is flowing down, and then there's one middle section that doesn't look like it's moving at all. It's a mystery. Okay, we're gonna head back and just go to the other end, and then we'll continue on Lytton Road and have a look what else we find. I'll tell you what, if there was a spot that would be nice to have a cup of joe, this is it. Great, people do fishing, so they've got a fish cleaning table, water. Here's another spot. I did not know about this. I'm researching the Port of Brisbane Cycleway, and I was sort of just thinking about where do I park my car, where do I start? And as I was following Lytton Road, I'm looking down here and I'm going, mate, what is this? What the heck is that there for? I've got no idea. But we are able to keep going. Look, there's another section there. There's that thing, looks like some big pump sign. There's a little bridge here. Look, one of these cranes are flying. Sheesh, this is nice. There's another tap. I wonder how popular this is. So we're going to come out to the road there, and big areas to come and play. Frisbee, tiggy, tag, and look, you can even see the big Buddha face just there. Actually, that would give me nightmares. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get up back to Lytton Road. Yep, if you need one of those, that's on Violet Street here. Check this out. Check out what I saw. Oh, this old thing. Sheesh. That's a classic. That's even better than my very first car, the Datsun 120Y. 1974 edition that I had. Let's go. There's a road here called Aquarium Avenue. In fact, this is beside Aquarium Passage, which is next to Gibson Island and this part of Hemmant. And in that passage is a shipwreck called the SS Boku. We'll go there another time and check it out. Okay, we're just going to be punching on down Lytton Road here. Now, there's not much of a shoulder here to ride on. Actually, what I'll do, I'm going to change things up. I'm going to go a different way. Now, I'm just backtracking just a little. We're going to go up Aquarium Ave, and there's a road there called Gosport Drive. That's the way I wanted to go. It's a bit more safer. You can go down Lytton Road, but I wanted to show you, they got this classic pub on these back streets. I'll show it to you. All right, down Aquarium. Down here, absolutely no traffic. Really, really good to ride. Okay. All right, this is it. They call this Gosport Street. There it is. Oh, check out all this water. Another canal. Yeah, this is called the Queensport Tavern. Right here in the middle of industry. So this road will come out to Lytton Road again, but it's just a little bit of I think it's a little bit safer to ride. Hey, here's another canal. Beautiful, mate. Nice and brown, just the way we like it. All right, we'll come back out to Lytton Road, mate. So there should be like just a little bit of a bike lane here. Yeah, here we go. And we'll just follow this for a little bit more and get on past the Fort Lytton Road. Yeah, this should be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to checking out this new cycleway and showing it to you. Showing it to me too, brother. Ooh, bike lane only. Woohoo! And then check it out. Only 100 meters later, bike lane ends. Yeah, we've got the stupidest signs here in Brisbane. It says bike lane. Yay! Goes for 100 meters. Bike lane ends. But look, clearly it's still a bike lane. They got no idea what signage they're putting up, nor what it means. All right, we've got the sign over here, Port of Brisbane. Can't wait to try me some of that port. Ooh, more port. Have you actually tried port? It's actually really, really pleasant. I tried some many years ago. I'm not a drinker, but when I tried it, I said, that is a fine cup of port. Well, it's just a little sip that I had. But something else that I tried for the very first time the other day, oh my God, here, was vodka. Man, I see why the Russians like that so much. It was so smooth. Okay, here's some signage. So we come over here. It's called the Port of Brisbane Motorway. We are going to be continuing along Lytton Road and chuck a left down Fort Lytton National Park. You ever been to Fort Lytton? I've done a video and I've done a walkthrough, went through all the secret illegal spots. Very, very nice. You can only go there on Sundays, unless if you jump the fence, and go there on Fridays. Fort Lytton. If you follow that way, where does that go? That takes you along the MBC, the Moreton Bay Cycleway, and you'll come to Benham, Manly, and all of those good places. Really, really cool. All right, here we go. We've come to an intersection. Left goes off to Fort Lytton National Park. We're going to keep on punching on straight ahead here, and we're just about there. Now, just to alleviate any of your concerns, this is pretty safe, what I've just written. Not too bad at all. I recommend coming more on Saturdays and Sundays. There's definitely more vehicles going on weekdays. And literally just over there is the beginning of the Port of Brisbane Cycleway, aka the Peter Frolley Cycleway. Here we go, this is it. Thoughts so far? So far so good, right? Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see me continue down the cycleway and you can see the cycleway you've never seen before. I don't know how much this gets used. Hey, if you're a cyclist, let me know if you've gone up and down this way. As I was Googling YouTube and crawling my way through the dark web, I could not find anyone who posted any videos about this bikeway, so I thought, heck, let Gel be the first one. All right, here we go, here we go. I've got enough thumbs up, so that was great. So as I mentioned, it's also called the Peter Frolley Cycleway. Now, apparently they named this after, who else? Peter Frolley. Who the heck was he? My readings are that he was a member of the, what are they called? The Maritime Union member? Mum Club? No, Maritime Union of Australia. And so he was a very respected member. Just an all-round good guy. Hey, I'll just add that there really is minimal information about Peter Frolley in whose honour this cycleway has been named, except I did search online and I kind of found this article, and this bloke here, I think he was the previous Maritime Union of Australia club secretary or something. His name's Bob Carnegie, and he's talking here all the good stuff that he's done over here. One of the things he says that he got done was getting the Peter Frolley Cycleway named in honour of a terrific member. I did a little bit more digging, and then here's another branch news newsletter, and this is dated 2018, and down here basically Bob Carnegie again saying that Peter Frolley was one of their members of the MUA, and 11 years ago, that means in 2007, he was tragically killed riding his bike
to work. And this says, this memorial is a testament to the type of man Peter was, a decent, good, caring man. So we see here Peter Frolley getting a whole cycleway named in his honour, and this is after all the lobbying that Bob Carnegie has done, apparently.
Okay, so check it out. Looks great, eh? Nice and wide, but there's only so far that you can go down before it becomes illegal, mate. But I've got a secret spot in store to show you where you actually can lawfully ride your bike, and that's where I'm going to have my cup of joe. And wait till you see not just the Outton Nano espresso maker, but how I'm going to make my coffee with it. Talk about portable barista anywhere you want. Brewed coffee, that's what I'm going to make today. Check this out. Wouldn't you love to go for a walk through there? Oh, rabbit! Get him! Get him, boys! Get him! He jumped the New South Wales rabbit-proof fence. Oh, he's still going for it. He's faster than my bike. Oh, yeah, go for it, buddy. Oh, come on. I gotta keep up. Where's he gonna go? In he goes. Oh, that was pretty cool, I thought. Now, I believe all in all, this cycleway from where we began, it's only something like about 3.5 kilometers. So short and sweet, but sweeter is, because we get to go down as close as possible on bike down to the Port of Brisbane. Speed limit's 80. I better slow it down a little. Check it out over there, heaps of solar panels. Just big grassy field. Does anyone know what this place is? Oh, look at that. Wetlands. Ibis Kingdom. I can see a couple of ibises there. Our national treasure. And just over here, don't know if you've seen these before, but these are called Jesus birds. There they are. Got a grey one and a white one. Jesus birds. Wow, this is fascinating. What the heck are those two structures? The big round reservoirs. It must be related to fuel, IOR. Now, I don't know much about that, but I think they are fuel distributors. I just saw an IOR petrol station. Huh. Okay, so let's keep going. So far so good, right? I like it. Oh, here we go. Whatever it is, it's massive. There's 3 of them. Sheesh. I just saw something over there. There's one of those diesel locomotives, like trains. Horizon. Comes all the way down to here. I did not know that. What also I did not know, look at all these cars. They must be brand new cars. What if it hails? If it hails, goodbye nice dent-free car. Talking about cars and potential damage, me and the missus were in the market for a new car, and we're looking on Marketplace and all of these different places. And anyway, one car yard, they're like selling this brand new, it's not brand new, well, it's 2025, but it's an Isuzu. And we're after an Isuzu MUX, kind of replace the Prado. And anyways, it's like about $15,000 reduced from what it should be. And the guy tells my missus, yeah, it's on the repairable write-off register. And we go, what for? He goes, it was stolen, and as a result, it went on this register. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense, just because the car's flogged, And then we paid $2 or $3, and you can have a deeper check, and the car comes up as having water damage, and that's why I went on the repairable write-off register. In other words, it's been through floodwaters. Don't ever buy a car that's been through floodwaters. And yet they're still trying to flog it off for $50,000 or $55,000. Pay your $2 or $3 and get your extra check done. Otherwise, these car yard operators, I think it's like a second-hand dealer. Second-hand car dealers are the dodgiest people ever on earth. Sorry if you're one of the good ones, but that's just my experience. anyways, that's just something to share with you. So glad we did not go out and just try to get ourselves a good deal. Okay, check it out, peeps. We've come to sort of this big roundabout type of area, and from here on in you can't go anywhere more with your bike. It technically becomes a crime. No, it's not a crime, but you can get a fine. So here we've got an Ampol petrol station, and let me show it to you. If you go on any of these roads more with your bike, 25 penalty units per offence. How much is one penalty unit worth these days? I think it's about $225 per penalty unit. So that's a few shekels there I want to pay. Let me just show you this as well. Restriction on movement of persons. Okay, we're over here. The Captain Bishop Bridge is just over there. We can't go there. You cannot go on any of these roads by foot or by bike. But I'm going to show you where you can ride. Why the heck is fuel $2.11.9? Sheesh. And look here. You can park your bike here if you feel like it. What's this petrol station like? Just in case if I need a sausage roll or a chico roll. The foodery. Yeah. Okay. Let me take you to my sneaky little secret Cup of Joe spot. Alright, so this is where I was meant to have turned. Yeah, secret little area down here. Should be fine to ride my bike. I just cannot keep on going further down that way. But there's a cool little boat ramp area down here that I can go to, and that we will now go to. Let's hope that a Horizon train doesn't drive over me. Geez, how many cars are there here? This is crazy, mate. Let's take a little ride around first, do a little bit of recon. It's a nice little spot too. Here's another nice little spot. Oh, what's up here? This is a nice little spot. Check out the jet skiers. I think this might be where I make my cup of joe. All right, time to make a cuppa. So with the OutIn, you put in water in the top. It can take up to 80 milliliters of water. You put in a little Nespresso coffee capsule, And it depends on what type of capsule you get. That depends on the type of coffee you're going to make, obviously. And then to turn it on and get the water boiling, you hold it for 2 seconds. It takes about 3 minutes for the water to boil. And then when it's reached like about 100 degrees, it'll be up on the 4th bar and it'll release its water. And check it out. You can see the water's beginning to bubble and get really hot. And when it's ready, it just beeped, and then it'll start extracting the perfect cuppa. And that is the perfect cup of joe. So if you don't mind having espresso shots on the go, the OutIn Nano might be very well what you're after. That's pretty dang amazing. So that's it, guys, for this particular adventure. I hope you enjoyed the Port of Brisbane Cycleway. Hope you get to come out and check it out yourself. Give the video a thumbs up, and thank you very much for watching. There we go. Portable barista shop on the go. Oh geez, this is going to take forever. 10 hours later. Oh, I'm riding back. There's Peter Rabbit again. What the heck?